the way out. I'm saying won an Oscar or whatever. I ain't forgot. You know what I'm saying? That is a Harvard lawyer. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and be part of the one of the best factions ever created that was destroyed by John Cena.
Oh man, that's horrible, man.
Speaking of the best factions,
yeah, man.
One of the best factions had they were doing something on Friday. The Bloodline,
Bloodline
has
man.
tribal court, man. 3 million views on the SmackDown for that segment. 3 million. I want y'all to understand that 3 million. That's crazy numbers for the day for anything.
Yeah,
especially wrestling. 3 million people tuned in to see the tribal court segment.
Jesus.
And I loved it. Like, I loved it. It wasn't as good as the one with Sami Zayn, but it was still, really, really good. Like, what did y'all think of it?
Go ahead, just my bad.
Nigga, this nigga Roman was putting on a acting clinic. Roman was like all the emotions, all the the 5, he kind of went through the 5 stages of grief through that entire trial, just like denial, guilt, obsession, then just giving up, and then he just went right back to it was layered like a tiramisu, and it was because it was beef. You know what I'm saying? It's because they like each other. We don't like each other. You know what I mean, I ain't never liked my.
Wait, what just happened?
Y'all don't know about CJ. CJ is super duper culture. Tiramisu. Shout out to CJ.
Yo, man, yeah, man, learned that. You know what I mean? In high school once.
Super duper cultured, man.
How to eat sweets,
bro.
But yeah, it was all right.
But yeah, bro, like he just was like you said, acting clinic. Like this is like my favorite thing about Roman Reigns. Like I know a lot of people are complaining about like, oh, why'd they get 35 minutes on the show? Why did they get so long? Like, I'm like, this is proven to be your number one attraction for the entire company. So why wouldn't you adhere like 35 minutes of the show to your number one act? The number one storyline, in my opinion, in all of wrestling right now is this. 3 million people tuning in to watch wrestling on a Friday night to see this. Like, and then like the complaints about them doing like 35 minutes and everything like that. This is a Madison Square Garden show. The Madison Square Garden shows, they don't be doing no kind of wrestling whatsoever. They're like, oh, we're going to have a promo from this person. We're going to have an interview, contract signing. So whenever they go to Madison Square Garden, be prepared for that because they don't do no wrestling there. They ain't done a full show of wrestling at a Madison Square Garden show since Bruno Sammartino had the belt, man. Like y'all looking at the wrong place for some wrestling at Madison Square Garden.
Even WrestleMania 10 had a Rogaine spot. Like, come on, man.
That's crazy. So this basically set up, of course, later on in the evening, this segment, the SummerSlam main event, Jey Uso laying out the challenge to Roman Reigns. But like,
these niggas snuck up an extra 15 minutes, bro.
Yeah, for sure. But like you said though, this is the biggest act that you got, and like, if you want to go back to you can even go back to the 90s, you can go back to the NWO, you can go back to DX, you feel me? Like your biggest factions, your biggest groups largely are going to take some liberties. You know what I'm saying? And
bro,
that's what happens here.
And not for nothing, I like the people that I saw complaining, y'all grew up in the era when Triple H would come out on Monday Night Raw and cut 20 minutes of a promo every week. He did this in the early, mid, and late 2000s, damn near every week. He did this in the beginning of the 2010s when he was with the Authority and everything like that. I'm like, bro, at least this was entertaining. Like what are you complaining about?
Yeah,
Bruh,
and look,
we good. I grew up on the in the era when every single Monday night when I was switching back and forth, I would switch back because fucking Hollywood Terry had to go out there and do his mandatory motherfucking promo, then match later. And then all of it sucks. So what, like, come on, at least these niggas can do stuff and we get paid the most. So shut up.
That's right. And they answered the question that you had asked a while ago, Graham. What do we do with Jimmy Uso? We beat the shit out of him. That's what we do with him.
Nah,
Send that nigga home.
That doesn't answer my question because my question was, what do we do with Jimmy Uso if Jey Uso wins the title?
You
feel me?
It was like, hey,
Like, this is just a build up.
Like maybe we'll turn him into producer. Like,
yo,
no,
you think they do like a Jimmy and Solo match?
Nah, so you can really put him in the
Maybe.
dirt.
I mean, I don't know, but like honestly, like this wasn't my favorite segment for the Bloodline. Like it was cool, but like you said, like it was a callback to the trial of Sami Zayn and all of that, and I didn't think it delivered as good as that one did. But that's kind of because that one was the original, and this was a little bit of a rehash. But I did like how Roman was like. He literally like wouldn't take any responsibility. That's not who I am. Like, why you gonna play that? Like, my daughter is looking at this. She back there not who I am because of you. Why would you do that? I stuck my neck out like Ben did for Bray Wyatt, for y'all, for the family. I'm playing. But I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed that element of it because, like you said, like he went from that stage of grief and like. He really like let out a tear, like real shit, like an actual tear. I was like, yo, he must have won up. After 3 years. He finally got a tear out. I was like, salute to my guy. You feel me? You did it. You know what I'm talking about?
Not just like, oh, like my eyes are watery. I got a little bit right here. No, a single tear.
Denzel and Glory.
Yo,
I was gonna say, yo, y'all can just keep whipping me.
Yo,
I ain't go back down.
But then, like at the same time, like immediately after that, he goes right back into gaslighting. You ain't gonna never be the tribal chief. Not as long as I'm living. As long as I'm above ground. He's like, it's dope. It's dope. I rock with it.
Like the layers on top of it, like him saying, like, "Oh, y'all are really trying to catch me at my lowest moment. Like, oh, y'all really trying to do this to me. Like, it was amazing." It was amazing, man.
That's not me.
Yo.
You think I want to take care of? I got 5 kids of my own. You think I want to take care of your kids too? Like, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, this man was Denzel in Training Day, man. He was like, yo, y'all don't run shit around here. You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay.
You're gonna be running the ropes in Pelican Bay.
Yo, running the ropes in Uso Penitentiary, in your own penitentiary. I'm gonna lock you up in your own jail, like Batman. All you niggas going to Arkham.
Yeah. Cujo in the chat. He said, "Y'all did this. Y'all made me this way." He kind of did. You feel me? Like he said, "I was already a WrestleMania main eventer. I didn't need this,
bro.
I didn't need the bloodline."
That was like bro, that's a valid and like a crazy thing to say. He's right. He had main evented how many WrestleManias before the bloodline? Like 3?
Like 4? Damn it, 3?
Like 4? Yeah.
3 or 4.
Bro.
But then like you know what? This, as we're talking about this, you know what WWE loves more than a good breakup? A good reunion. We can print more T-shirts for the bloodline in about 3 years, y'all. When we bring them back together as baby faces, and I'm telling you, watch.
I don't doubt it,
guys.
Watch.
They're still family. I promise you, they're still family. Like literally.
Yeah, bro. I'm saying, bro. Like they've been, like you said, bro. Thanksgiving is gonna be crazy, but you know what I'm saying. After that, hey, once the cousins get together and they go take that walk, everything good, bro.
Like, you know how I was wilding, bro. You know, like Yeah, man, you know how pressure get to a nigga, man.
I'm saying, bro. You never know, but like I'm excited for the match that's coming up at SummerSlam. I think the SummerSlam card is shaping up real nice. I'm interested to see like if they add a stipulation to this. A lot of people have been saying like Hell in a Cell, First Blood. Somebody in the chat just said like Last Man Standing or something. They already did an I Quit match, right? And a Hell in a Cell, right? Oh, Hell in a
Inside of the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, where do you go from here? Like, y'all already had y'all used 2 stipulations. I guess they could do the Last Man Standing match. But like either way, this is gonna be a good match.
Yeah.
But
If that
the other thing we didn't talk about was Solo Sikoa, like them planting that other storyline within this. Like back again to like people like complaining about the time they had. If you took anything out of this whole segment, it wouldn't have been the same and it wouldn't have been as good as it was if you took any part away from it. That whole Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns having